Welcome back to Country Homestead. We're going to be working on our sawmill shed today, and we're going to try to get some more framing done. Okay, today we're going to try to figure out the pitch of our roof. I know I got a 2-foot difference from the back to the front. I'm going to get a 2x6 lay up there and try to figure out my bird mouths so I can cut that one. Maybe I can make a master rafter. Hopefully it fits all the way across, and then I can make all of them. So let's try to figure it out. We got the rafter down, and I kind of got it marked where I think I might need it. I don't know. We're going to cut it. We're going to stick it back up there and see, because I never said I was no rafter cutter. Alright, I thought my phone was still recording, but obviously it went off on me. Once I got up there, I realized the far end, the high end, was cut wrong. I reversed my angle. I shouldn't have, but I think I got it fixed now, so we're going to try it again. It fit right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to move it down, several different times and make sure it fits all the way across, and then we'll use that one for the master. little bit over halfway, they're all the same. That last spot I checked, they start getting off longer, just maybe a ½ inch till the end. So it ain't bad. Something I can fix. Okay, now we're going to try to lay out our 2-foot spacings on that beam up top. See if I can mark it. It's 32 foot altogether, so there should be 17 rafters we're going to put up. So we're going to check it out. Alright, I got all my measurements done. It's all going to line up pretty good. I'm going to wait on that back beam to mark it out, to lay it out till I get some more help. I want to fall off that ladder. Here we're going to start putting in our angle braces. They're 6x6. I went down 4 foot, I went over 4 foot, and I think altogether the support was 68 inches in length. And we double plate them, and of course we bolt them together with 8-inch, ½ inch bolts that goes through both plates and the beams. It's pretty stout. Here I got to give a shout out to my daughter. She does a lot of helping, and she didn't quite understand what I was needing her help with a while ago, and I kind of got on her and hurt her feelings, and I apologized to her a little bit after that, but I do want to tell her how much I appreciate her. She does a real good job. She does help. Here we started drilling our holes and our beams, and that bit there is a 3/4 inch bit. That way we have a little wiggle room when we put our bolts through the beams and the plates. That drill is a ½ inch drill DeWalt, and it's a high RPM drill. And I tell you, that thing would whoop you. It will grab hold and it will spin you. It'll almost break your wrist if you ain't careful. My dad, he sat back and he watched us fight it. And finally, he got tired of watching us, and he went and bought a half-inch drill, but with a lower RPM setting. And it really, later on in the build, you'll see it's a great drill, and it does a world of difference. You know, when it has a slower turn and it's stronger, and it worked a whole lot better. But if you're gonna drill big holes like that, you really need a slow turning drill that has a lot of torque, not a fast turning drill. Here's my wife. She's hard at it with the grinder. She's getting them plates prepared. Before we started, I had them all cut out, and she was grinding them up, getting them ready. I tell you, that girl there, she'll work. We've been together for 22 years, and she does a good job. She'll right there with me, hand in hand. Here it again, we're using our redneck man lift. I tell you, that thing works real good. We use it a lot. This is the next morning here after we got all our frame up. I was cutting the cribbings that go between the rafters, and there's my grandbaby. She's the boss. And that's my wife. We was just trying to get our morning started.
Raise your hands up. Raise them up.
Here we started laying out all our rafters. I used that master that I built a few days before and started cutting them all out and getting them made up. And again, there's my grandbaby giving a hand. She loves to help. She is helping me pick that rafter up, put it up there. She does a good job.
Listen to me.
It's my wife operating the tractor there. She's getting pretty steady at the controls where she does a good job. And we can't leave out my niece there in black. Her name's Wendy. She's always there to help. She's been on this project the whole time. Here I was cutting all the rafter tails. We was getting them all straight and in line so we could put our facer board on. Here we start laying out our lines on top to put our slats down, and we used 1x6s for our slats that our tin would go on. And of course my wife's up there with me. She's a little scared of heights, and here in a minute you'll see her walking down the top of that thing. She does good.
Now, of course, here I had to slow the video down. I'm sure my wife will probably yell at me when she sees this part of the video, but as you can tell, she's a little scared up there on top. But let me tell you something, that right there is about 9.6 to 10 foot off the ground, and she's walking on a 6-inch beam, a 6-inch 1x6. So she did excellent. You know, how many of you guys out there got a wife that's going to walk down the beam when she's scared of the heights? You know, she did a real good job, and I'm proud of her. She helped me out. I had to throw her a bone there now. I went on down there and got the ladder and took it down there for her so she could get down. I didn't want her to have to walk all the way back. And as you see here, my grandbaby, she went down there and climbed in our basket. She said that's her shark cage. So she was having a blast in it while we wasn't using it. That's her shark cage. Here we started putting on our end rafter. Now on it's just an overhang that ties in our slats together. We used a 2x4, and we screwed all of them in. Of course, we left overhang, and once I got done with it, we went back and trimmed all the ends off to get the final width of the roof. Here are some still photos of the what the slats look like on top of the roof. You can see they're 2-foot centers, and everything's 2-foot centers. The rafters, the slats. It turned out all right. And you see that glorious Woodland 122 underneath there. It's going to be one good sawmill shed when we get done with her. And remember, that's just half of it. That's 15 by 30. We're going to build another 15 and 30 by on the back half right there. So she's going to be good when we get done with her. Here, I just wanted to tell everybody I appreciate y'all staying and watching the video and supporting the channel. And if you could, like and subscribe. And I want to thank my family.